The EP Podcast. Heard everywhere podcasts can be found, and always at theeppodcast.com.
And welcome into the EP Podcast. My name is Chris, and this is the Weekend Update. Normally you get this when you wake up on Friday mornings, but last night I had a moment. I'm in a local bowling league, my name gets called, and I get one roll to knock down all 10 pins for $200. Whole place stops bowling. Everybody starts screaming and trying to distract me. I come up to the line. You know what? Take a listen to what happened.
Where's your sidekick? Get over here.
You can't see it, but I knocked down all 10 pins in front of a jeering crowd. Shout out to the MHR Men's Club. The celebration delayed this show. But I'm feeling better now, so let's get to it. It's all brought to you by the First National Bank of Evergreen Park. We're all looking for a fresh start this year, and the First National Bank of Evergreen Park can help you consolidate or pay down debt with an everyday loan. No surprise fees, low fixed rate, up to 24 months to pay it off. The everyday loan gives you breathing room to get back on track. Learn more about it at bankevergreenpark.com/EDL for everyday loan, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Now that I've puffed my chest out and explained why we didn't get this show out earlier, let's give you your weekend weather. Guess what? It's gonna be cold, and there's gonna be snow. The day this comes out, Friday the 12th, 19 degrees is the high, and expect some flurries as the day goes on. Saturday, as low as -3, the high at 15 with snow during the day. Sunday, no snow, but 10 degrees is the high. And Monday, guess what? We're still in the teens, and snow comes back. And then more snow on Tuesday, and cold weather all week. But eventually we're getting up to like a balmy 28 degrees by next Friday. There's a reason February is the shortest month, because it is terrible. Each and every Friday from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., Evergreen Park continues to give free COVID testing over at Yukich Field, 89th and Kedzie in the northwest corner. It's drive-through, easy mouth swab testing. They're not taking something and jamming it up your nose. My buddy just got back from a trip where he left the country, and his little kids, 5 and like 3 years old, they were trying to find their brain with that stick so they could let him back in. This is not that. Results in 3-4 days. Testing sponsored by Cook County Commissioners Stanley Moore, John Daly, and Mayor James Sexton. Some fencing needs to be fixed at the dog park, so guess what? It's going to be closed for a few days. That's okay, though, because it's really cold. I mean, I know they come with their own fur coat, but my guy's out there for about 30 seconds, and then he just sticks his paw up on the door and freezes to it until somebody remembers to come and get him. So if you're going to close the dog park, this is probably the week to do it. Remember, the rec department offering preschool open house events this weekend, Saturday, February 13th, 9:30 in the morning till 11:30. Call and get a reservation. Limited access, 708-229-3373 if you're considering sending a child to preschool next fall. You've heard us talk about Cool Cloud's Vapor Shop, local Evergreen Park business that helps people stop smoking. In fact, they've been around right here in Evergreen Park since 2014, and they are open and ready now to help smokers get off of cigarettes with a $30 starter kit. A wide range of devices are available. Try a different flavor or a nicotine strength. And right now they're offering curbside pickup, delivery, and shipping options. Cool Clouds also has a growing selection of CBD products and recreational cannabis accessories. First-time customers, mention the EP podcast for 20% off your first purchase when you sign up for the rewards program. With gift certificates available, get one now for the smoker you want to get off cigarettes. Cool Clouds Vapor Shop, 3837 West 95th Street in Evergreen Park. Age verification is required, must be 21. Remember, quitting smoking is hard. Lucky for you, there's Cool Clouds Vapor Shop. There has been a lot of talk about problems with the Postal Service, Evergreen Park Post Office, people not getting their mail. We had Mayor Sexton on our most recent show before this. Go back and check it out if you missed it. One of the topics that we covered was a meeting that he had along with State Representative and Trustee Kelly Burke and State Senator Bill Cunningham. They sat down with the supervisor over there and worked out some of these issues. According to the mayor, a lot of this problem seems to be a high amount of COVID absences and vacation time, not only in Evergreen Park, but all around the city. So the staff that's there is actually covering 3 or 4 routes and they can't get it all done. So certain areas may have a lapse for a few days. The long-term solution, hiring more people. The short-term solution, if you are not getting your mail, bring your driver's license over to the post office, show your identification, you can pick it up. Just remember, this is not the carriers that are the problem right now. The guy or gal who drops off your mail is actually working multiple shifts and covering multiple routes. This is a post office problem, and hopefully they're going to get on the ball soon. Speaking of the mayor and his appearance on our most recent show, remember it's on demand everywhere podcasts can be found and always at the eppodcast.com. Mayor Sexton suggested that they're trying to find a way to get more vaccines into Evergreen Park. If they were able to have a vaccination event, or if the EP was able to secure vaccines for people here in the area, I was curious what would be the best way to do it. One of our guests on this Monday's show is Dr. David Beckmann from Family First Medical Group. He's our resident physician. You'll hear more from him on Monday, but this was his answer when I asked him if he had any advice for the mayor.
Yeah, I think what I would recommend is that he contact some of the larger practices in the area and ask them how much storage they have for the vaccine, and then allow some of these local clinics like ours to administer the vaccine to our patients, and then whatever is left over, which I'm sure there would be some leftover supply, that can be allocated to a mass vaccination site or to local pharmacies, because like you said, the elderly or some of the older patients are the ones that will need this more. And the way to sign up is online primarily. And unless you have younger children or relatives that will do it, or you have a particularly adept web user, you're really going to run into a big roadblock where, I have patients all the time who come in and they ask me, do you have the shot? And I said, no. And I said, do you know how to sign up? And they're like, no, I don't know how to sign up. So I have to print out a sheet for them and tell them, go here, get someone to sign you up, or help them sign up in the office. It's definitely not a streamlined process.
Along with Dr. Beckmann, we're going to have much more on Monday, including Village Trustee Norm Anderson, his first appearance on the show. He's filling in for our longtime guest, Mark Marzullo. He tells me to expect something fun. Don't miss an episode. Make sure you are subscribed. Whatever player you are using, click on that subscribe button. Every once in a while, we go live. You'll get a notification. That'll be cool. We're on iHeartRadio, Audible, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Tell Alexa, hey, play the EP Podcast. We are everywhere podcasts can be found, and always at the eppodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Stay warm, and we will talk to you on Monday.
Another show is wrapped up. Another show's in the books. Another show is wrapped up. And then by the looks, it's going to be a good one. And we'll see you next week. And the nude is basement. And the nude is basement. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. And it's in the books. Another show is wrapped up. Another show is wrapped up. And by the looks, It's gonna be a good one. Nudie's Basement. Broadcast Basement. The Nudie's Basement. The Broad Basement. Slancha.
The EP Podcast. Heard everywhere podcasts can be found. And always at the eppodcast.com.